It was an old abandoned railway station outside a small ghost town in rural Canada, shrouded in fog and forgotten by time. Locals said it hadn't been used in over 2 decades, ever since a tragic derailment killed everyone aboard the last train that ever stopped at Station 17. The rumor: at 3:33 a.m., the train returns, but it doesn't carry the living, curious, and always hungry for true paranormal experiences. Ethan, a young urban explorer and youth, decided to document the hot with his camera in hand and a thermal recorder in his bag. He arrived just a little after 3 a.m. The air was freezing, far colder than the surrounding forest. The place looked like it had seen 100 winter scractiles, broken clocks, steel tracks twisted by rust, and graffiti that read, "Do not board the last train." Ethan set up his camera and walked along the edge of the platform. The silence was unsettling, broken only by the distant, faint rumbling like an old engine waking from sleep. He checked his phone. Las 3:32 a.m. Suddenly, the station lights flickered on, one by one, glowing with a sickly yellow light. The old rails shuddered, and the fog began to churn. And then he heard it, the unmistakable metal-on-metal screech of a train, approaching impossible but undeniably real. Ethan's breath fogged in front of his face. He turned on his camera and pointed it down the tracks. A pale, rusted train was rolling towards him. It was wrong. The wheels moved, but the engines seemed dead. No conductor, no visible source of power, just a silent carriage groaning its way into the station. Its headlights glowed a dull, ghostly red. The doors slid open with a harsh whine. Ethan, trembling, peered inside. Rows of passengers sat completely still, heads pressed against the windows. Their skin was gray, eyes black and empty, some with bloodied uniforms, remnants of the crash that had taken them decades ago. As he saw Met in one face turn to look at him directly, his camera flickered, and in the viewfinder, he saw the reflection of someone standing behind him. He whipped around. There stood a station attendant in a dusty, torn uniform, face pale like moonlight. "Last call," the ghostly voice croaked. "Tickets." Ethan couldn't speak. Terror routed him to the spot. The attendant reached out with skeletal fingers. Behind him, the passengers began to stand. Slowly, unnaturally, something primal told him to run. He backed away as the attendant reached for his hand. Ethan turned, bolted off the platform and into the trees. Behind him, the whistle screamed a chilling, agonized note, and then silence. He stumbled and fell, gasping, heart pounding. When the sun finally rose, Ethan walked back shaken, but determined to retrieve his equipment. The station looked completely different. Silent, normal. No lights, no tracks, no fog, no station attendant. His camera was where he'd left it. The last thing it had recorded was a static-filled frame of the dead-eyed passengers turning toward the platform, and the attendant leaning inches from the lens, whispering, "We'll be back for you."